Did you receive a work permit to work in Poland valid for 12 months and your friend told you that his work permit is valid for 3 years? Is this even possible? Why is it that some employees receive work permits in Poland valid for 1 year, another for 2, and others even for 3 years? What is the main difference between those work permits? In this video, I will try to explain the most important facts about the validity period of work permits in Poland. Watch until the end to find out all the important information about this topic. But before I go on to discuss the new topic, however, I have a request for you. I work hard to ensure that the knowledge in the videos that I convey is up to date as possible and at the highest substantive level. Therefore, my dream is that my videos will reach the widest possible audience and that I can help people who want to take care of their migration process. And you can help me a lot. All you have to do is click the button below the video, subscribe, and then the bell that will appear right next to it. This is just 2 clicks for you and for me, good chance for further development of this channel. If you can do this, I will be very grateful to you. Thank you in advance. What is a Type A work permit? A work permit is one of the key documents entitling foreigners to take up legal employment in the territory of the Republic of Poland. However, does such document have an expiry date and may it expire? A work permit for a foreigner is issued for a specified period, but no longer than 3 years. The length of time an appropriate document will issue depends on a number of circumstances of a given case, including the type of work performed, the length of the conducted employment contract, and how long the foreigner would like to work in Poland. A work permit is a document legalizing employment by a foreigner. It turns out that it does not have to be obtained in every situation when we are dealing with a foreigner. Pursuant to the Article 87 on the promotion of employment and labor market institutions, a foreigner is exempt from the obligation to have a work permit, among others, if, for example, he or she is spouse of Polish citizen or has a Pol card. Type A work permits and seasonal work permits. We distinguish several types of work permits issued by Polish immigration offices. However, in practice, foreigners generally encounter 2 types of permits. Type A work permit for work entrusted by a Polish employer to a foreign employee, in Polish called zezwolenie na pracę Type A. Second option is seasonal work permit for a specified period of time not longer than 9 months, within 1 calendar year, called zezwolenie na pracę sezonową. Therefore, a seasonal work permit issued in April of a given calendar year will expire no later than December 31st of a given year. For what period is the permit issued? Pursuant to Article 88e, Section 1 of the Act of the Promotion of Employment and Labor Market Institution, a work permit is issued for a specified period no longer than 3 years and may be extended. Article 88e. The work permit is issued for a specified period no longer than 3 years and may be extended. If a foreigner serves on the management board of a legal person which employs more than 25 people, on the date of submitting the application, the voivode may issue a work permit for a period no longer than 5 years. In the case of delegation of a foreigner by a foreign employer in order to provide an export service, the voivode issues a work permit for posting period. In the case specified in the criteria referred to Article 10, the voivode may limit the period for which he issues a work permit. The provisions shall apply according to the extension of the work permit regarding the issuance of a work permit, therefore in accordance with the Act. Regulation number 43 of the Mazovian Voivodeship of November 26, 2021. specifies cases in which a work permit may be issued for a period shorter than that specified in the application for a work permit. If the application is submitted by the entity entrusting the performance of work, which is applying for a work permit for a foreigner to whom it intends to entrust the performance of work on the basis of a civil law contract, the permit is issued for a period no longer than 12 months. And this is a key issue determining the validity of work permits. Type of contract concluded between the employee and the employer. Generally, two types of contracts can be distinguished. The first is an employment contract called umowa o pracę for a fixed or indefinite period, which is consistent with the labor code. The second type of contract is contract of mandate called umowa zlecenie, which has its basis in the civil code. This is the fundamental difference, and due to this fact, voivodes have introduced restrictions favoring employment contracts concluded on the basis of the labor code. You will probably notice differences that if your work permit was issued on the basis of a contract of mandate, it is valid for up to 12 months, while in the case of a work permit issued on the basis of an employment contract, your permit may be valid for up to 3 years. There are no restrictions as to the minimum period of its validity. You will probably ask why legislators decided to favor an employment contract over a mandate contract. Favoring the employment contract results mainly from the fact that the employee is provided with stronger protection under the employment contract. It also constitutes a more lasting bond between the employer and the employee. For example, it is more difficult to terminate such an employment contract, and the employee also has a number of benefits related to this contract. Therefore, the legislator, taking into account a number of obligations, establishes the possibility of entrusting work to a foreigner on the basis of a work permit for up to 3 years. Cancellation of a work permit for a foreigner. Obtaining the permit in question for a specific period is not clear, but it will be valid for as long as determined by the competent authority. In other words, voivodes may at any time shorten the validity periods of the relevant permit, although this may only happen after specific conditions specified in the Act appear. Summary. A work permit for a foreigner is a document valid for a specific period. In practice, such a permit is valid for no longer than 3 years, and in strictly defined cases, no longer than 5 years. However, a foreigner has the opportunity to apply for an extension of the validity period of the permit in question, but must report such will within a specific time frame directly to the competent voivode. Therefore, it is worth noting that there is nothing wrong with obtaining a work permit valid for 9, 12, 24 or 36 months, because all those permits are valid under Polish law. The most important thing, however, is that no matter for how long you receive the work permit, after legally entering Poland and performing work in accordance with the terms of the contract and the conditions specified in the work permit, you will be able to extend your legal stay by applying for a temporary residence permit. By obtaining a temporary residence permit in Poland, you will be able to continue your flexible stay and work. I hope that it helped you understand the fundamental difference in obtaining a work permit based on a mandate contract and on the basis of an employment contract. I hope you no longer have concerns about the validity period of your permit and continuing your legal stay in Poland. For more information, subscribe to my channel, and I hope that I will see you next time very soon.